Oh, we've got a great spot here for a harbor. Wow. 2 sea resources and adjacent to the city center as well.
Everything has its limit. Iron ore cannot be educated into gold.
Alright, you're going to move over there. We'll put in a little map pin to remind ourselves. Not that I think I would forget this one. Boom. Harbor. Okay, so we do have the boost to celestial navigation, and we could unlock the harbor. But I also think at this point, unlocking masonry and getting some city walls would be very, very, very nice. So we're going to do that. We're going to go and hook up the rice. And get through that builder right away. 2 turns away from that holy site. 1 turn away from drama and poetry, which means we're going to move out of the Revelation wild card. Oh, the Petra's been finished! Turn 103.
Oh, it's
just not possible in this. I was never actually going to do it. As usual, it was mostly a tease. We're going to go to Inspiration over here. That's going to be fine. We don't have an envoy. No. Ilkum's going to stick around, though. And the +1 production boost. Next Civic. Well, we're never going to found a religion. But we do want the temple. And actually, the Holy Site adjacency bonus would be pretty strong. I think we're just going to straight up hard research theology. And that's going to be okay. No! Petra, no! Chat's exploding! Ah! Restart! Let's just throw away the game. No. I was legitimately, like, we were actually quite close to getting Petra in the last game that we tried there. But this one was, no, it was not going to be a thing. Especially not with the Barbarian Invasion and different stuff like that. So I'm not going to worry about rushing up to the shrine. It is a lot more faith, but it's not the same pressure. There's quite a few things we could build. We do have Ilkum. We do need a trader. That being said, I think we have to go for a quick library. More science and more great prophet points, or great scientist points, will be huge. What's the Apanada? I don't remember this. +2 envoys when you build a wonder, including Apanada in the city. What? Must be built adjacent to your capital. What? That's cool. I mean, going for wonders on Deity is like a trap. Or trap! But wow, that's quite nice. Hanging Garden's good. Oracle very good. But no. I think we'll go to the library. There's, you know what? Hey, hold on. Let me switch this around. We're gonna grab a builder first, then library, because, well, I guess either way, never mind. No, this will be better because in 11 turns we're gonna get rid of Ilkum. So, and this is 13 turns to go through here. So we'll take advantage of the Ilkum for this builder, then go library, and that's gonna be okay. You're gonna build the farm there. Lovely. And yeah, we'll do some chops and stuff. In fact, this guy maybe should have chopped that first, but I think that's okay. If we ask them nicely, with lots of pointy things, they might give us the Petra. We don't even know where the Petra got built. So everyone's building a builder, which is ideal when you've got the Ilkum.
When wasteful war shall statues overturn.
Right, there's our ancient walls. That's going to be probably... we will need more builders, but I think after these builders here, we're going to do a round of walls. I think it's probably okay right now. We do want the watermill. Are we going to mine a resource anytime soon? No, we're not. Okay, so I'm going to hard research the wheel so we can get a watermill in our capital because it's going to be huge, especially once we improve this wheat. This unit that keeps buzzing around there. So I don't know what Sumeria is doing. They're just chilling, fighting a oh, there's a barbarian encampment over there. I don't think I feel the need to go out and deal with it. Although I guess Sumeria is getting XP from this, and they can get gold from finishing it. Ah, so close. No, we're gonna get it. 30 gold for us. Got quite a bit stocked up. I don't think we feel the need to purchase anything. I think if we do anything, I might go and sit a person over here where I'm planning on putting that city. Note how the symbols got screwed up. When you delete, it's what happens when you delete and then create more map pins. Sometimes their indices get screwed up internally, and then you put symbols in the wrong place. Very annoying. You can avoid it if you don't assign the symbols or name anything. You just create the pin, close that window, then reopen the window, and that fixes it. I totally know how that bug works. It's like, as a programmer, it's instantly obvious how that bug is happening, which means it should have been fixed instantly in the first patch. But just like with city bombardment, no. Alright, that builder is done. That's great. We are going to run down here first. You are now working on your library, which I think is going to be excellent for us. I did switch the government thing around, right? Yes, great scientist points are coming in. Lovely. So you're going to go guard that spot, which is fine. So I'm going to put you back over here to give us a little bit of vision near Sumeria, because I do not trust them. Planning on upgrading your wars to immortals. That's true. Thank you for the reminder. Do I have more than one? Yeah, over here. How much are they to upgrade? 145. Well, there's our use of money. Professional army is 1,000,000 miles away, right? Yeah, mercenaries over here. Yeah. I mean, it's... No, because there's prereqs and things like that. So, no. We will just go ahead and do that now. But yes, thank you very much for the reminder. You are going to farm that. 10Q. So the third farm, we get a boost towards feudalism as well? Or is it 6? I don't remember. I think it's 6. It's quite a lot. Send envoy. Oh! We don't have anyone with 0, so... Oh, that's too bad. Well, we may as well get Jerusalem, then we'll get +2 faith in our holy site, which we do have. So hopefully Sumeria passes their religion on to me. That'll be pretty happy-making. What I think I'm going to do here is I will chop and then mine this tile. And that will use up this builder. But accelerate the library a tiny, tiny little bit. Although part of what I'm thinking here is actually what I should do is put a builder in here, because the chop will... Because it's flat hammers. I don't know if it gets multiplied or not. But we can squeeze out another builder there using, while we've got Ilkham running. Now that you've got that done, I don't know if I need to rush Ancient Walls here. It feels like it's pretty far back from the front. We are one of the housing caps. I'm tempted to put in Granary, but I think the right answer is to build a trader here, actually. Because I do want that trader to be there. Actually, you're going to get a little bit of housing just as we build things. Because almost every improvement gives you some housing, which is nice. I'm going to start with the cows, because that's one of the most significant tiles for you to work. You are going to take an upgrade to Immortal. Nice. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and chop that, dramatically boosting this builder. And I think the Ilkham bonus factors into that as well. I'm not sure. Which just got built? The Mahabodhi Temple. Alright, that's fine.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
Oh yes, and settling over here is something that we're looking to do. I wonder, can we drop 2 settlers? I mean, I could put one down on the coast here, but it's not a very strong site. I'm just wondering if, like, oh, there's a barbarian encampment over here. Over here, the housing would suck forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Until you got neighborhoods. Then it wouldn't be so bad. Still, it might be worth this. This will be a small city for a big part of the game. But it would get us a couple of diamonds. And so I'm just thinking, if we're going to build 2 settlers, I might change the policy to colonization or whatever it's called. Which I think might happen. I'm going to pick up Celestial Navigation for now. We are going to want the harbors at some point. You're going to... Actually, what you're going to do... Actually, I think it'll be the Immortal. I can send it over there and deal with this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send the Immortal over here to deal with that. We don't need the vision on the hill anymore. You're going to come over here and defend the capital, so you can stay there. And yeah, I think we'll plan on putting a city probably right there. I could put it on the other side. You know what? Hold on. Oops. If I put a city right here, that would be sufficient to reach this iron. Not that it's a huge deal, but it's an deal. It's very far from the rice, though. That's the thing that I don't like as much. Whereas if I go here, or even here, which honestly might be better, starting adjacent to the rice for the growth bonus. You know what I mean? If I go here... What terrain is this? It's a hill. You know what? That's the ticket. If I settle right here and build a city, then what I can do... So this is the city. This becomes an industrial zone, because it'll be adjacent to 3 mines. And this is a small city, but a very productive one. See if you can faith buy a prophet. There's no way. First of all, they're all gone. Oh, I could faith buy the scientist. First of all, I'm going to get it for anyway in 3 turns. Wow, look at me. Now, there's a possibility this guy has enough faith to, like, ninja it, but it seems pretty unlikely, because he's probably paying, like, hundreds. Like, you know, like 800 or 1,000 points for it. Part of me is wondering about doing this to secure this, because 3 Eurekas is huge. If I lose this, I'm going to be a little annoyed. You know what? I'm going to do it. Gives us a boost towards education by having that guy show up too. That's very nice. The only annoying bit is getting him to walk over here. It's a long walk to get there. But no one can kill your great people in this game, right? We found that out. They just get bought back. Oh, I can start working the paradises. Ooh. Ooh. It's only +1 production right now, although production's really valuable. Later on, the mines do get stronger as well. But this... not a very food-heavy tile. Our capital's always going to have a little bit of an issue with food. But, I mean, this is not part of the question. One production versus 2 gold and 1 culture. Most people want mines. The Immortal replaces Swordsman. Has a range attack and doesn't use resources. You can teleport him to the other city, it might be quicker. Actually, you know what? I think you're right. How crazy is that? Right, and the Paradise also gets better as the civics improve. You know what? I'm going to build one, because I haven't seen it yet. That's why. Oh, it's pretty! It's very pretty. I like it. I mean, we're going to need a fair amount of capital, production in my capital, although it's not too shabby for that as is. It's got a fair amount of good productive tiles. The bigger question becomes a little bit of using mines to get a good industrial zone set up. But there's a shit ton of hills. There's a lot of places where we can build mines maybe for an industrial zone. So, I don't know. I regret nothing! And you can't build them adjacent to another, so every one of these other tiles will have to be mines instead. So, that's 5 turns that way. Got a movement rate of 4. There's a lot of flat land. You know what? It will actually be faster to teleport into Silent Flame and then move him at that point. Get the deer because it's such a strong tile early on. We're all good over here. Librarian 2, Trader in 10, Builder in 12, and I'm going to be switching away from Ilkum, so this builder won't get the full Ilkum boost, but that's going to be okay. And yeah, what I think I'm going to do is switch over to colonization and probably build one in both of these cities.
We can no more have exact religious thinking without theology than exact mensuration and astronomy without...
So we'll have to go Shrine Temple at some point. Yeah, I'll get rid of Ilkum, pick up colonization. Diplomatic League we don't need. We need influence points. I'm still going to keep inspiration. Boom. Choose civic. How far away from having 2 campus districts? Kind of far. How far away from the construction technology is the other question. Pretty far. I think in the end we're gonna be forced to like hard research at least one. So I guess the question is what leads to what and so on. We might want rush the encampment is pretty far out. That's pretty far out. Oh, no, we need recorded history as soon as possible for the campus adjacency bonus. We're just going to hard research this, and it's going to give us a crazy amount more science. Got an envoy. I will go towards Candy to hopefully get the more faith bonus. Who's the next great person here? Galileo Galilei. Gain 200... Well, it's going to be more than 250 science for us. For each adjacent mountain tile. If we use this guy on our campus, there's going to be 5 adjacent mountain tiles. I don't know how much science we're going to get on epic speed. Let's say 300. So that would be 1,500 science. We need to get this guy. Right now, as far as we know, there's only 2 people getting any great science points whatsoever. And we're getting like almost 4 times as much. Hokidoki. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of production in Calgoose, so I'm going to build the paradises where I can. Oh, they provide gold or bonus for adjacent districts and city centers. That's true. I mean, they're still good as is, but they can be even better if I put them in certain areas that we will consider. I have to build a watermill here, because it's so good for this city. Although, right, the settlers. No, we have to go settler first, and then I'm going to go watermill so I don't forget. And over here, you're going to be... You know, do I cancel? No. Keep working the trader. No, you know what? Start on the settler, because in 14 turns we'll probably switch out of colonization. That's the best way to get the max boost. There's a bit of a question as to whether or not leave this forest up, or if I do a chop and then farm. Because I can get a little farming triangle over here, which I think is going to be what we do. I'm going to chop to accelerate the settler. We are going to leave the farm here. We'll just improve the camp. That's going to be fine. Or the farm. The forest is what I meant to say. Yes, the barbarian encampment over there. So this immortal is heading over there. Slowly, but surely. Don't call me Shirley. Production rates here really suck. I guess everything I improve doesn't actually help the production rates. Except perhaps the mine, but... No, growing is still better. And you got a lot of housing cap left, so growing is definitely better. You can be on alert mode. Ooh, it's 4 p.m. Which means it is time for me to swap the stream over to Briar. So, we're going to Eureka 3 random technologies. Eureka military tactics, engineering, mathematics. Excellent stuff. Although some of those we may or may not have gotten quite naturally, but that's okay. So you're going to go and hook up the wine. So yes, I think we will put a pin in here. Very interesting start. Obviously, the AI is crushing us science-wise. You got to remember they get like something like a 40% boost to their science rates. Oh, I was looking at score. I mean, they're still ahead of us science-wise. But again, they get a 40% boost to their science rate, which this is factored into. Also, because they start ahead on civics, they get the ability to do some of the things like the campus adjacency bonus and whatnot. I suspect we're going pretty fine in terms of your standard sort of deity kind of situation. One of the big things will be, we will of course have to bring war to our opponents here. They are going to have some walls up. I don't think immortals are going to be the ticket for us. I think we're, just like in our Poland game, we're not going to see that much use out of our unique units. I think we're really going to be, it's really going to be a question of getting our crossbows up. That being said, we can make a lot better use of siege bombard units. Where's the trebuchet come in? Well, it's not that far. There's the bombard. I mean, and there's the catapult is here. Trebuchets are a thing in this game, right? No. Okay, never mind. So catapults, yeah. So I'm usually not a fan of siege units because they can't move and shoot, but they can with the Persian ability to declare surprise war. They can move up to 2 tiles and still shoot, which is pretty potent. And 35 is a hell of a lot stronger than 25, plus they get all sorts of bonuses to actually hitting the city. Oh, we got a boost engineering here without having to build the ancient walls, which is very interesting all of a sudden. What are we actually researching? Celestial navigation. No, finish that. I think we might go engineering, pop out like 2 or 3 catapults, And we almost certainly will need a couple of Immortals. The problem is the Immortals aren't quite as good as holding the front line. But it's not bad. Hopefully the Immortals still count as melee units to take cities. Guys, does anyone know? I mean, it says melee class unit with the range attack. Can Immortals conquer cities? They don't? Yeah, I'm building a settler here, and there's one in the queue over here. Or actually, we started here, so we're building 2 settlers. They can't take cities. Oh my god! That's stupid! That's idiotic! Alright, so I guess we build a couple of spearmen then. Yeah, that's really dumb, actually. That sounds like actually a mistake. Although, I don't know, the Immortals are pretty goddamn good. Maybe it's fine. So we have to build a couple of spearmen, because we can't build horsemen. We do have 1 horsey over here, but unless we get stables, we can't build horsemen, right? And spearmen are sort of crap at this. I don't know what our time... Oh, well, I guess we haven't unlocked horsemen. But you do need... Unless you've got the thing, you need a pair of them, right? I think. Damn, there's such a good opportunity for a catapult-based timing attack, but I don't think we'll have the melee strength. You have to make 1 freaking spearman. Probably. And hopefully it doesn't die. But I mean, we can very safely... So, the spearmen won't be... We won't want to use the spearmen as, like, the defensive wall to protect our ranged units. That being said, the spearmen could still... Or, sorry, the Immortals can still sort of tank a little bit as a defensive wall. So that's not so bad. They're not as good as swordsmen, but they will probably handle some of the damage. And once the walls of the city go down, then the spearmen can move up without being bombarded. We will have to, like, the river's kind of annoying, but mostly we're going to bring the city down to 0 hit points anyway, so it's kind of moot if we have to attack across the river or not. Are these hills? Yeah, are these hills? Okay, they are. I mean, that's flat, but so is this. Okay, yeah, so line of sight won't be a problem, because we can stand here or here and still hit the city. We can stand here and hit the city, here and here. Okay, so we can hit the city very easily from every single angle. Movement's a little bit slow. But that's alright. Hell, we can sit a catapult here, declare surprise war, have the catapult move here, and still fire, thanks to our ability. That's not bad. I mean, we're still a little while away from doing it, because we haven't gotten the tech, we haven't actually built the units. And we are building 2 cities, here and here, which I still think is going to be okay. But yeah. The other thing I have to remember, and most of our cities are very far away from the front. There's a lot of gap here. But not really a good spot to put a city. I will have to be very attentive of the Paradise's adjacency bonus being next to various districts. It's like weird. They've got a split bonus depending on the district. They don't get a bonus from every one. So they get culture from holy sites and theaters, and gold from commercial hubs and city centers. But I think for our capital, really didn't have... I could have built a Paradise here that would have been okay. I don't think you can build them on deserts. Oh, you can't build them on deserts. So I could build one here, although, are we really going to work that tile? It'd be adjacent to a holy site, but what a kind of craptastic tile. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up. I know Briarstone is going to be streaming. I'm not sure what he's going to be streaming, because he did finish his big epic Korea campaign. I know he started a Nepal campaign last week. I also happen to know he got a code for Mass Effect Andromeda, and depending on how downloads go, he might be doing that. I don't know. I'm sure Essentia can do that. I'm going to be hosting it from here, but I will be moving into his channel and chatting in his actual channel there. So thank you very much for coming out. Our next live stream is going to be on Friday. Friday at noon. There is going to be a bonus live stream because I won't say who, but someone may have gotten a early access of an expansion for a certain game about Universal Europes and things like that. I will let you know when that is actually 100% locked in. But you can probably expect a live stream, a bonus live stream noon, Friday, Eastern Time. Stay tuned. And meanwhile, enjoy Briarstone.